Alright, check it out, listeners. I am back with a video here. So we're going to install the Tone Pros System 2 Nashville style roller bridge. It's apparently a really good bridge. So it came with this stuff here. Don't know if that's going to focus very well, but here's the bushings, everything's in black and so forth. I got this bridge because it's a roller bridge, and I've been breaking strings on my other tune-o-matic bridge. But basically, we're going to install these now. I'm just going to tap them in. Here is an old crappy hammer that broke, but hey, it's all good. And we're going to use a piece of pine. It's just a scrap piece of pine that I've got, which I've used for other projects. It's actually the same pine I've used to create the acoustic panels in this room, so it's pretty cool. So apart from using just the pine, I'm just going to go into this little drawer here with my box of goodies, and we're going to use just a polish cloth. This is a trashed polish cloth that's been used many times. So first off, let's see if we can just put these in. So just going to grab these little bushings here, and we're going to see if we can just press them into the guitar. They are a little on the thick side, which is good because we want these to go in and be very, very sturdy. So let me put this polish cloth down so you can see what I'm talking about here. So yeah, so basically they're just these little tune-o-matic bushings and posts, and of course the correct style thin Nashville thin posts that are on Gibson guitars, so we don't have the larger posts like on the import Gibsons, or the really shouldn't say import Gibsons, Epiphones and Gibsons. So I'm just going to put these in and get them pressed in just a little bit. Then what I'm going to do is we're just going to grab this polish cloth, fold it over a touch, and I'm just going to lay it here over the pickup and the post. Now that's to protect the finish, because we're just going to grab this block of wood here and place it on top of each post. So just there, so it sits on the post just like that. Another good thing to do, if you can, just grab yourself a Sharpie, just like this, and we're going to feel around to where we're aligning this. So I'm just going to put a mark there and a mark there, just so I know roughly where to hit with the hammer. So hopefully you can see those marks that I put in there. Now, let's do this. This is the first time I've done this, people, so bear with me. Try to get my hand out of the way so you can see it, but so let's just double check, make sure everything's going in. And it is. Surprisingly, everything seems to be just going in just fine. So we're going to continue with this method. And you can see I've bottomed out on the face, but there's no damage because of this polished cloth. Now that's pretty good there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to hold this in place here. I'm actually going to fold this cloth over a little bit more. Feel around for our bushing. I'm just going to tap it like this. And looking down, that is sitting flush. Nice and flush. A few more little taps like that. We'll go to the other side here. Once again, put our polish cloth over that. Feel around with our fingers as a guide. Couple little taps. This one's a bit more stubborn than the other one, so we're just going to give this one a touch more force and hope it goes in. Normally you would, if you have a drill press, I'd highly recommend that you use a drill press and you press in these bushings just in case, so that it's a little more smooth and you can see what you're doing. Almost there. Hopefully I'm not cracking anything or breaking anything here, but this one's a bit more stubborn, so Oh well, I break the guitar, don't I? It's getting there. It's getting there. A couple more taps and we'll be in. Sure I don't crack the finish, and that one is it's a little hard to see actually. Looks like that one's in. Okay. Seems to be a few marks on this other one here. Very strange. This is Tone Pros, guys. They're not exactly claim to be professional, but I have gotten some or seen some dodgy parts from them before. And yeah, that's as far in as that's kind of going. Let's look around the other side there. Yeah, there you go. So let's make sure this thing actually works. Screw in these bushings. This one. Now I'm really hoping that this has the correct spacing, of course, because sometimes you get parts where the spacing is just rubbish. But we'll see how we go with this. That's better. Now this thing doesn't fall out, of course, I hope not. Apparently there's no right or wrong way for these bridges to sit if you've got your adjustment screws, intonation screws to the top or bottom of the guitar. But if you do have one of these style bridges, before you install it, now this may be obvious, it's got set screws in there, right here, and you'll see they're poking out just a touch. So what I'm going to do is just loosen these set screws so they're not going into this area here. And that'll lock down the bridge so it doesn't fall off when you change strings, and supposedly keeps it all intonated correctly. And we have a wiener. And it looks like what they've done here is, if I can zoom in a bit with this camera, as you can see, they have actually pre-adjusted the rollers so that they're close to being intonated. So, looking at these strings here, I might be able to get this down a little bit more actually. And looking at it, it is sitting straight, it's sitting flush. There you go, it fits just nicely. While we're here, let's see if we can put on the other parts, the Stoptail piece, and just make sure that all fits correctly, if I can find it in my little bag of goodies here. And here it is. So that's sitting on there nicely, and we've got our black tail piece here. Just let me zoom out. Here's a black tail piece. This is from GFS, and what I've done here is, so this tail piece comes with its own bushings and studs in black, which is great. I did get, apparently this is a direct Gibson replacement, so if take it to the camera here, we've got our bushings and our nut, screw, whatever you want to call it, bolt. It's more of a bolt really. But apparently these will go straight into the Gibson bushings, which is, I'm hoping they will, as I painted them black and the ground wire's already connected. And they do, look at that. Straight in. Alright. I don't know how good the quality of these are because they're from GFS, but for these purposes they'll work well. And you know what, if the acids from my skin corrode them a little bit, well, a little bit of relicking isn't all that bad. Looks like they're made out of brass. So let's grab this Stoptail piece and their lovely blade, nice and dangerous. And hopefully this is going to fit. It's a bit tight. Really is a bit tight actually. Yeah, that's really not fitting very well actually when I put this on. I don't know how tight it's supposed to be. Now this is quite disturbing. Quite disturbing. So I was really hoping I could get a tail piece, so this is just gonna... this is not good. Well, that sucks. I don't know if I should tap it in because I might break the wood. Seems as though this tail piece is the wrong size. Could be something to do with these bushings. But I really don't think so. Wow, that's no good. Direct Gibson OEM replacement. I thought these things were supposed to just drop out. It doesn't look like that's going to happen. What I might try to do is, let's see if there's another method we can use. Let's take these out, and then we'll install these in this tune-o-matic piece, and we'll see how we go. When I say tune-o-matic, I really mean stop bar. Oh, scratch that finish. I really don't know if this is going to work out. It's really tight, and you can't even turn these screws. Well, that sucks, people. Now I've got to hunt for a new bridge. Go GFS. Making parts that don't fit. Oh, this is crap. There's even a bit of oil on here and it won't even, yeah, this is stuck. Look at this, it's not a very well designed piece. Oh, it actually might be this bridge here won't go in properly. That sucks. Maybe there is a... These aren't machined correctly. Huh. Go GFS, you... Oh, man. Go in. One of these posts is bigger than the other, actually. Strangely enough. So they're not really machined very well, I guess. I can't really tell the difference. Can't really tell the difference in this if one's wider than the other. Doesn't really. Oh, it looks like this one's a bit wider. So let's try this again. So we've got these two pieces, and it looks like these are not interchangeable. That one is bigger than the other, and all the paint's flaking off of my hands. Great. So this one goes in there, so it looks a bit bigger. This one looks a bit smaller, and it's just not going in the way I think it should go in. So I may have to get the file out and some black paint. Great. Now I can't even get it out. Oh, there. Well, that sucks, everybody. I was really hoping to get this thing done, but it looks like I have the wrong size bushings. Might send GFS an email, see if they can hook me up with another bridge. Because this is seriously not going to fit. Well, that's the end of this video, guys. The Gibson project has another hurdle. Thankfully, of course, the Tone Pros bridge has come in quite nicely. If GFS won't send me a replacement, I will slander them all over the internet, and then I'll guess I'll just buy Tone Pros. Another $100 I've got to spend. Oh well. Anyway, guys, hopefully this little video is of some interest to people, and yeah, catch you next time.